Today we hear from an 82-year-old veteran who was able to evacuate his home during a fire using his military training.
I'm in Fort Washington today in Prince George's County, and I want to talk to you about what if. Would you know what to do if your house filled with smoke was engulfed in flames and you only had 15 seconds to get out? We talked to a retired 82-year-old Marine about how he did it and what he wants you to know.
The kitchen filled with smoke. Filled with smoke. I got out with just the clothes I had on and what I had in my pockets. That was it. Everything else is lost.
All right, so Mr. Eddie Smith, you're 82 years old. You just lost your house. So take me through where you were when this happened and what unfolded.
I went into the kitchen. I made myself a cup of coffee and I sat down, I turned the TV on the wall and watched the news.
And it said, your father's house is on fire. So I jumped in the car, I called her and said, okay, thanks for calling, I'm on the way.
I quickly felt the heat on my face and on my hands. I dove down to the floor and I crawled out. When I came out, the flames were coming up this side right here.
You could see the flames as you're crawling out to safety.
And feel the heat.
What was it instinctually that told you in that instant, get down on the floor?
My training. My training always is what if. I don't know if I'm driving a car, what if I'm walking through a market or something, what if. But on my entire life, I've always kind of rehearsed in my head what I would do if a certain event took place. And I think that that's what saved me.
From the time that you hit the floor to the time you got outside, how long would you say that was?
Probably about 10 to 15 seconds.
Had you stayed in that kitchen for that 15 seconds and thought about what to do, what would have happened?
I don't even want to think about what might have happened.
Your story here can literally save other people's lives. What do you want people to know?
We got to stop taking every day for granted, like it's never going to happen to me. And then here I am. My entire 44 years of living in this house is gone. So okay. Yeah, I'm a great granddad.
Nice.
And I'm about to be another one in February. Okay, I got family, I got neighbors, I got people that are willing to help. And that gives me a good reason to just simply say, yeah, I'm here. I'm here, I have the ability to go on, and so I will.
We are glad you're here, and we're glad you're here to tell this story. Mr. Smith, thanks so much for talking with us. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming out.
Sure.
There is no chance that man is 82.
What an amazing guy.
Little
right?
league rules, I need to see the birth certificate. Yeah. No chance.
So listen, what we have right now up at WUSA9.com, if you search for his name or my name and find the story, his tips on how to not look like you're 82 years old. So that's part of our story that's up online, as is a link to the GoFundMe page that he and his family have set up, because clearly, as you saw, he lost everything, right? He's gonna need a little help getting his house rebuilt, getting all of his stuff back. One of the things that he told me really jumped off the page at me, and that is when you talk about where you go to work or where you go to school, all these places do fire drills, right? We do them here at Channel 9. Where do you never do a fire drill? At your own house. That's one of the things that he wants people to start thinking about. Do a fire drill at your house, by yourself, with your family. Know what you're going to do if the most unfortunate thing were to happen.
That is a very good point, and you're right. I can't remember the last time. Maybe the large apartment buildings will do one, but at your own house, absolutely no way.
And of course, in College Park, where somebody just pulled the fire alarm every week in the dorm, and then you just sort of got that. But at your own house with your own family, that's something that's key.
Sneaky way to get out of a dorm room if a significant other's waiting on the other side of the door.
But this guy's incredible. I mean, he was one of the first Marines on the ground in Vietnam.
Wow.
Back in the day. And all the training that he learned in Parris Island, all the training training that he learned as a Marine, that matriculated through his life, and that's what led him to be so successful in all of the endeavors he had, and to be so successful in that he was able to save his own life.
You just never know how you're going to react when that moment occurs, and if you're going to have the patience and the wherewithal and the grace to be able to lean on that training. And it's incredible that even at 82, he was able to do so.
Yeah. Listen, we got this story through a tip. Why don't you reach out to me if you have a tip for any stories that you'd like us to do here on the show? You can find me on all of those different social media platforms, including the Talk, which I am getting better at.
What does Longo AF mean?
Well, it's my initials, AF, Longo.
Oh.
And it's a double entendre. Hey, keep it moving.